Right, moving on from the food tech space on Startup Street, we're going to talk about everything from roti kapda to now makan. Home improvement platform Arrivae has raised 21 crore rupees from Caratlane founder Mithun Sacheti. Sacheti will also join the board of the company. Founded in 2018, Arrivae provides end-to-end design to manufacturing services for home interiors and improvements. The company claims to have a catalogue of over 1 million elements. To tell us how Arrivae is bundling furniture and furnishings with financing, joining me now is its founder, Yash Kela. Yash, many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today. So first, tell us what is Arrivae's USP? Tell us how are your designing and manufacturing services unique? And most importantly, if you could talk to us about the incremental loan you offer to your customers.
First of all, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come and represent Arrivae over here. Um, you know, doing a home is a very cumbersome process and is a very painful process for most of the customers, and particularly for people who spend between 2 to 7,000 rupees a square foot. And Indians have always been inspired with European designs, but the biggest problem statement that Arrivae is trying to solve is how do you give the larger customer base of India the access to those European designs in a defined time, price, and convenience. So Arrivae's diversity, offering European designs at Indian price points, as well as over a period of time, the integrated supply chain that the business is building, which will lead to a better customer experience. And over a period of time, I think the customer experience that the platform can provide would become the biggest defensibility for Arrivae.
And what about the financing aspect of it, if you can elaborate on that point?
So, just to give you a background, see, for any large customer purchase, whether you take cars or education, financing would typically be 50 to 70% of the financing. In home improvement, there is a product that exists with a lot of financial institutions, but for Arrivae's revenue, or as well as for the larger industry revenue, it's only 10% that customers use to finance, because people have already stretched themselves for home loans and they do not want to stretch themselves more. As well as what happens is it's a very fragmented industry. So what we are trying to do is, as a top up to the home loan, attached to the home loan, or possibly as a personal loan, we are trying to integrate this also so that the customer can pay such a large ticket size over a longer duration. We are in the very early stages of building that proposition. We are working with 2 financial institutions for that. And as we are able to better and integrate the 3 players, which is the financer, the developer, as well as the customer, and stitch this experience better, we would be able to have more traction on that product. But our hope is over a longer period of time to have at least 30-35% of our revenue stitched through that product.
Okay. So picking up from what you just said, take us through the partnerships that you've built so far. Who have you partnered with for financing? How many vendors do you have on board? And how many clients have you served till date?
So Arrivae has existed for 6.5 years. It has been a slow journey. And it was important to do it that way because we had to stitch the entire supply side of the ecosystem first together. And the industry is at its nascency. Particularly, I think, to answer your question on the financing part, these are larger listed companies, non-banking finance companies that we are working with at this point of time. One of them is Aditya Birla Housing Finance. And we are trying to stitch this product, as I said, integrate the developers, the financer, and the customer in a process that all of them would be able to adhere to, including their compliances. Arrivae, in its journey of 6.5 years, would have delivered 10,000 plus homes and would have serviced retail customers closer to 4,500 customers, and the balance would be B2B offerings that we would have serviced to ensure that we build our capabilities and get our processes better, as well as get our prices down.
All right. So now let's talk about the 21 crore rupee Series B fundraise. I believe you plan to go deeper into existing markets and strengthen your supply chain. If you could elaborate on these plans and also take us through your current business growth numbers.
So, Shruti, this is an add-on to an existing round that Arrivae did. Arrivae has raised money from people that we believe would add a lot of value in the journey of this build up. So this was an add-on round in which Havells participated along with investors who had previously supported the company. Mithun's round is an extension to that, and Mithun's experience in design, the customer obsession and experience that they've built, as well as omni-channel distribution benefit, the franchising they did, we believe would add a lot of value to Arrivae. In terms of growth plans, I think at this point of time, see, this is a business which is a business to go deep. Just to give you a perspective, in Mumbai MMR region, only the deliveries with one larger financial institution is closer to 1,87,000 homes. So the number of deliveries are very high.
Okay.
I think across 903 societies only, there would be some lakh plus apartments for delivery. And we have broken down Mumbai MMR into 13 clusters, and each cluster has at least like hundreds of societies. So our first attempt is to ensure that in select societies, we get 10% market share. And the first target is, can we get to 1% revenue share in Mumbai MMR as a region, while Arrivae is present in 3 other geographies.
All right.
On the supply side, we are trying to integrate our solution through one supply chain. Today, we work through 4 supply chains, and we are attempting to integrate that in under one roof. So I think that is where a lot of the use of this capital will grow.
Sure.
At this point of time, I think the focus is to ensure that we correct all the input parameters and be aggressive around getting those input metrics right, so that I think we can use that to scale quickly.
Yash, you call Arrivae as India's first made-to-order furniture manufacturing company. So tell us, where is your manufacturing facility? What is the production capacity? And will we see another soon?
So I'll give you some context to this. The government of India is really pushing to ensure that we reduce our imports of furniture. And for that, select state governments, as well as the central ministry, is giving a lot of subsidies to the tune of 40% in some case. Presently, and I think there's a larger tailwind to ensure that over a period of time, we become a net exporter of furniture. So at this point of time, a lot of focus is to ensure that we integrate all these 4 different supply chains under one roof, so that we can service the customer faster, enable more personalization. At this point of time, we have one manufacturing facility, which is in the vicinity of Bangalore. And we will hopefully, as we hit 75-80% production capacity over there, we would expand in that cluster only, likely in the Tamil Nadu region.
All right, one final question, and if you could answer that quickly. Home improvement, of course, is a lucrative market and involves deep engagement and emotions of consumers. So give us a price range of your products, projects. What kind of budgets do your consumers need to have?
So, ma'am, I think the focus for us is, can we service the customer who is willing to spend between 2,000 to 7,000 rupees a square foot in a defined time, price, and with a higher degree of convenience? Typically, I think customers in a warm shell spend between 8 to 12% of the value of the house. Arrivae has 4 different product offerings, which covers home values between 80 lakhs to about 3 crores. And in Mumbai, I think that varies between 2 crores to 10 crores typically.
Sure.
The contractor typically services people starting from 1,000 rupees a square foot, and higher-end interior designers service people from 15,000 rupees a square foot. So if one can get their blocks right, I think that 2 to 7,000 rupees a square foot is a big market. Home values which are ranging between 80 lakhs to 3 crores, and in Bombay varying between 2 to 10 crores.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, Yash. Many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today, and wish you the very best with all your growth plans.
Thank you so much.
Okay, on that note, we're going to slip into a short break, but up next, Chennai-based startup Mindgrove Technologies has launched its first indigenously designed microcontroller chip. We'll bring you a special report from its Chennai lab on how it plans to make smart devices cheaper. Stay tuned for that.